Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm DarkHour717, and today we're going to be looking at Xenothreat. Not just any part of Xenothreat, though. We're going to be looking at what I feel is the king of all multi-crew ships to go through non-stop over the entire event from cargo to final fight with the Idris. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, though, and help me out with the YouTube algorithm and get the videos out there for more to see. I know I would greatly appreciate it. And also make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see how you can win an Avenger Titan starter pack with Squadron 42. As we've seen in February, Xenothreat has returned to the verse. This, of course, is the third iteration of this much-loved event. Originally skeptical as to any added features, I came to find out in the PTU that no new features or gameplay had really been added to this event, such as an illegal side to play. Of course, we know that there are plans to eventually introduce this. But after a couple go-throughs in PTU, something had changed. Suddenly, I was finding that the difficulty level has seemed to be intensified. There were more aggressive NPCs and a lot larger number of them as they continue to seem to spawn in non-stop. What this did was make it much more difficult to complete, especially in lower population servers. We usually could pull a MISC MIS and pull up to a wreck site, easily kill those on board, load up, and be on our way and make it back to Jericho with little to no threat of being stopped. Now we were consistently getting attacked at the wreck site as well as when transiting back to Jericho, usually around 300 kilometers away from our destination. And not just by one NPC, but by up to 6 arrows coming to stop us. In these occurrences, a number of times they were very successful in halting our progress as their higher speed and numbers would easily overtake us. The only exception was when we were able to use the speed of the MSR to outrun them. There are a lot of great options available when multi-crewing for the event. The MSR certainly, the MIS, the Carrack, the Hammerhead and such. Though these are all great ships, they all are missing one thing that the other one has. Whether it be speed, ease of cargo loading, durability against the higher aggression AI, or so on. There is one ship though that I had never tried before that incorporates all the best features of these into one package. The Crusader's Hercules A2. Now the entire Hercules line share a large number of similarities, but the reason I chose the A2 is simple. Guns, and a hell of a lot of them. As far as multi-crew and versatility, the A2 takes the cake when it comes to this event. The A2 is built and designed to take the roughest punishment and the hardest hits and keep going. Though not indestructible by any means, the ship will absorb and dole out a massive amount of damage. The best thing also is that it is already set up to do so stock out of the hangar with no modification. The benefit that the A2 has over other multi-crew ships is that it really does have the best aspects all rolled into one. The Hercules series is easy to control, its handling is simple, and is easy to back into position to load the commodities onto the ship. The easiest way to position the ship is upside down to the wreck and back it in to where the end of the ramp is at the edge of the doorway to the wreck. This enables easy access to the interior of the A2, and even with the large ramp on the back, the distance from the wreck is still manageable with a single tractor beam, and even easier with one on both sides. As an org, we generally have a single or a pair of org members that go ahead of the cargo ship to pick a wreck, enter it, and clear the area and prepare the cargo. In the event we don't have enough people in-game to send someone ahead, it is easy to have a couple of org members EVA over once it's on site to clear the wreck while taking time to move the A2 into place. With the higher aggression attacks while sitting at the wreck are far more common than previously, and when parking the A2, shutting off the engines and pushing your capacitor to full shields ensures this will not be a huge concern. The full block shields that are standard on the A2 more than withstand any attacks from the NPCs. Though always helpful to have fighter support to back you up, lack of any support when running the A2 becomes a much lesser concern. Once the area is clear, the packages are able to be quickly loaded into the wide open entrance to the A2 with more than adequate space inside. Organization is not a concern at all. Once everything is loaded, the crew on the wreck can EVA back onto the A2, or if they're a scouting team, they can move on to the next wreck in preparation for the A2's return. The speed of the A2 with Afterburner topping off at 963 meters per second is more than adequate to transport all the commodities at once, making it faster to reach the needed limits while under hydrogen power. In the transit back to Jericho, as I mentioned, there are much more aggressive AI NPCs that attack, usually in the 300-kilometer area away from Jericho, and even when this occurs, having even just 2 additional people will make very short work of them, as you have adequate 360-degree coverage of the ship through all the turrets. And when you have every gun manned, well, then there is no chance they're even going to get anywhere close to causing damage to the A2. Making delivery of the needed supplies is simple. We were able to do 3 consecutive runs without even taking damage to the ship. This, plus the fighters being able to save one of the supply ships under attack, meant that we easily completed the cargo phase of Xenothreat, which after completion will bring us to the next reason the A2 is the king of the multi-crew ships. The fact that we moved directly into Phase 3 without having to change a thing or grabbing another ship. Moving into Phase 3 of the event, the A2 is already set and ready to go to take down any and all opponents in the final fight. Outfitted with pilot-controlled gimbaled size 4 dual M6A laser cannons, 3 additional dual M6A remote turrets, 2 dual M7A remote turrets, and 2 size 5 Omnisky 15 single remote turrets, the A2 has a total complement of 14 laser cannons that can rain hellfire upon any target. All these cannons provide highly efficient 360-degree complete coverage for the ship. This requires a total of 6 additional crew members to operate it, but if you have enough to man these guns, the A2, even with its slower turning rate, can make quick work of any and all arrows, gladius, and vanguards the NPCs fly. If you don't have 6 other people to man these guns, the A2 still performs at a very high level with only 2 additional crew as well. The A2, as stated before, can also withstand a high degree of punishment, including a number of NPC rammings with its stock shields, and if you do upgrade the shield, it's even more durable. Working your way easily through all the small and large support fighters will eventually bring you up to the Idris, and in the newest run of Xenothreat, this has also gotten a buff and is a bit more resilient than before. Though this, I presume, is in preparation, as this current event is the first since the introduction of the Ion and the Inferno. The A2, though, when going up against the Idris, really does not care. When fully crewed, the A2 will lay a barrage of fire against the capital ship that will add up to an insane amount of damage. And with its easy and fluid controls, it's very simple to keep on target as it glides around the Idris. And what do you do if you start taking fire from one of the many hammerheads that spawn in with the Idris? Well, just turn around and focus fire on that hammerhead and it's going to be no more in no time, allowing you to really go back to focusing on the Idris. And with the combined firepower of the A2 and the other ships that are in the area, the Idris will fall fast, completing the mission and banking the rewards quickly. Overall, the A2, I feel, really does deserve the title of King of the Multi-Crew ships for this event due to its durability, ease of control, ease of access to load the commodities, and its overall speed to effectively transport the quantum-sensitive items alongside with the time-sensitive items and have absolutely no worries. It really has the entire package needed to get through the event with the increased AI abilities and non-stop swarm of Xenothreats entering the area. I know we're going to be planning on utilizing this ship in every future run of the event to ensure successful completion. I want to say thank you to everybody for checking out this recommendation video for an all-around great ship and Xenothreat gameplay. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite ship is to run in the event, or even your favorite multi-crew ship as well. Also remember to get your entries in for the February giveaway of the Avenger Titan starter pack with Squadron 42 that was graciously donated by Amarok's Fang member Mandalorian. Just subscribe and leave a comment here on YouTube, or head over to Twitch and give a follow over there. Each is going to get you 1 entry, and with a maximum of 2 entries per person. We will award the prize on March 1st. Catch our stream every Wednesday and Sunday night over on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and our podcast State of the Verse every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. as we cover the newest news and information from across the Star Citizen universe. If you'd like to help support the channel, check out the Patreon, our merch store, or even hit the join button and get a membership here on YouTube for as little as 99 cents per month. I greatly appreciate all the support, and it's what allows us to continue the giveaways. But thank you for checking out the video again, and we will catch you next time.